Hello everyone, today we're going to be jumping back into Explorer with a Celestia Angels deck. Let's talk a little bit about some of the cards that we have. At the bottom end, for 1 mana, we have our Speaker of the Heavens. This is a Vigilance and Lifelink attacker. It's a 1/1, and when we do end up gaining 7 life more than our starting life total, we can tap this to create a 4/4 angel creature each turn, which is going to be very powerful for us. We're also running 2 copies of Giada, Font of Hope. This is not only a flying and vigilance creature, but it's going to have all of our angels enter the battlefield with more +1/+1 counters, depending on how many angels we control. We can also tap Giada to add 1 white mana, which we can use to cast angel spells, which is some pretty strong ramp. Running 4 copies of Youthful Valkyrie, also going to grow as we cast our other angels, and 4 Bishop of Wings. This is actually a very good card. The life gain is amazing, but even better, if our opponent is able to wipe our board while it's full of angels, we're actually going to create a whole bunch of spirits, which is going to keep us having attack power over the course of the game. Running 4 Inspiring Overseers. This is a flying angel, and it's going to give us a little bit of card draw, which we need in this deck. Righteous Valkyrie is one of the best cards in this deck. Not only is it going to be able to buff our board by giving us +2/+2 if we have 7 life more than our starting life total, but we're also going to gain life equal to the creature's toughness when it enters the battlefield if that creature is an angel or cleric, which notably we have human cleric, and a bunch of angels. Now, Resplendent Angel is also great. If we've gained 5 or more life in a turn, which is fairly easy for us to do, we can create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance, which is going to be very strong, and we can pay 6 to give it +2/+2 in lifelink, which will automatically turn on that 5. Now, the only non-angel inclusion in our creatures is the Skyclave Apparition, but this is a very strong removal piece, letting us take care of non-token permanents that are mana value 4 or less. Now, we also have Sarah Paragon included. This is actually really good because it's going to let us play some of our cheaper cards out of our graveyard each turn, so that's going to give us value almost better than card draw if we get it out onto the battlefield. Of course, for Collected Company, this is the whole reason that we're splashing green here, letting us get 2 of our cheaper creatures out onto the battlefield. We can even flash out a Skyclave at instant speed if we do end up hitting that, which can be very strong removal. And then we have 1 Sigarda, Font of Blessings. This is going to give other permanents that we control hexproof, and we can also look at the top card of our library at any time and cast angel spells from the top, which is going to be very strong. We don't particularly care about the human spells, but they actually do synergize with the Bishop of Wings and the Speaker of Heavens, so we would be able to cast pretty much every creature except for the Skyclave Apparition using Sigarda. Now, over in the mana base, fairly straightforward, we have Aganjo, Beseiju. We're running the new Canopy Vista to see how that does, and we have 3 Razor Verge Thickets. Now, if you guys have been liking my content so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date to my latest videos. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like. Let's go ahead and see how this deck does. Alright, opponent going first, but this looks like a great starting hand. Already we've got turn 2 Giada. We can play a Resplendent Angel after that, which could be really strong as well. So we're going to go ahead and keep. Love the Duress. Opponent sees our hand, sure, but they can't really do anything about that. Okay, gonna go ahead and start by playing the Thicket. Since we do have 3 Thickets in our hand, it's best to always play the Thickets out first. Sure. That's fine by me. Let's go for Giada here. Now, our opponent's likely gonna have a removal spell for this, and that's okay. We have the Youthful Valkyrie. Aha, discard 2 cards. Let's go Skyclave. And do we want the replacement effect with the Inspiring Overseer? Honestly, I think we're just gonna discard both Skyclaves. It doesn't look like our opponent's establishing threats on the board. We're gonna attack with Giada because Vigilance. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Righteous Valkyrie. Next turn, we can probably go for the Inspiring Overseer. Okay. Odds are they're gonna make a sacrifice here.
I've come.
Yep.
Answers.
Unfortunately, Giada's gonna go. I want to keep the Righteous Valkyrie. Let's move to combat. Take care of Liliana.
This isn't how things were supposed
Now we have a
to go.
choice, Bishop of Wings or the Youthful Valkyrie. I'm gonna play out the Youthful Valkyrie here. We do want to find another land. Alright, they've got the draw and discard. Sure, non-token. Gonna keep the Valkyrie. See if they have another one. Alright, we're gonna get rid of Resplendent Angel here. We've got a replacement. But now we do have access to 3 mana. Let's go Bishop of Wings here. This is going to give us 27 life and turn on our buff on Righteous Valkyrie. Now the reason we're playing Bishop of Wings here is this is going to enable the 5 life gain when we go ahead and play out Resplendent Angel next turn.
Address me as Queen of the Dead, please.
Sure, that does almost nothing. Let's go ahead and play out Resplendent Angel. A life, and we've got it! Alright, here we are on the play. Now we won't be able to cast Bishop of Wings with this mana, but we do have 2 Youthful Valkyries to tide us over. I think we can go ahead and keep. We're going to start with our white land. Hedge against drawing an additional white land so we can play out the Bishop of Wings. We do not, so we just play the Youthful Valkyrie. Our opponent now knows exactly what we're up to. Hopefully we are going to draw another land next turn. Interesting. We do not, so we'll just play out a second Youthful Valkyrie. Go ahead and swing in. Okay, Llanowar Elves. We do really want to start hitting our land drops. But let's see, I think ideally... Nope, that would not be a land. We're just going to swing out here. Pass the turn. Again, it's okay, even being at 2 lands. We do have evasive attackers. Well, we're going to play out the Youthful Valkyrie. This is going to give us those +1/+1 counters. Swing out for 5. We have our opponent on a 2-turn clock right now, which is going to be really good for us. Okay, sure. Everything's looking good. Okay, on top. So next turn they'll be able to destroy one of the Valkyries. But they are at 8. Here, let's go ahead and block the bigger guy. Okay, and we draw the land. Let's go ahead and play out the Righteous Valkyrie. It's going to give our +1/+1 counters. Fully swing out. And we've got it. Alright, opponent going first. Now we can keep this hand. That's not going to be an issue. Now since we have no turn 1 play, unless we draw a basic land here, I think we're going to start with the Canopy Vista tapped. And it does look like we're playing into the mirror. Okay, might be a different deck. Looks like they're going more of a life gain approach. Let's go ahead and play the Bishop of Wings. This is going to stop them from attacking with Speaker of the Heavens. They play a Righteous Valkyrie. That's going to be so funny when we do the exact same thing next turn. No attacks. Resplendent Angel, so it is an Angel's deck. Now our opponent does have the advantage here. Interesting choice. Okay. Now we draw a land. We could go Resplendent Angel as well. I think this is gonna be the way to go. No attacks, though. We're really gonna focus on outvaluing our opponent. Alright, Canopy Vista. Looking good. We're gonna hold up Collected Company. I'm gonna show our opponent why we include green in an Angels deck. Shadow Sphere is good. Looks good, yep. They've equipped that. That's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast the Collected Company. We have Giada and an Inspiring Overseer. Drawing a Youthful Valkyrie. Sure. And I do think we just block like this. Opponent's not going to be able to kill both. So we're just trading angel tokens there. Now Giada's actually going to help us out a lot. And we make our replacement for gaining all that life. Yep. Looks good. And our angels are going to come in bigger and bigger because of Giada. Now, we do have a choice. We can play the Sarah Paragon out right now, but we don't need to. I'm actually going to start with the Youthful Valkyrie, and then play another Inspiring Overseer. Again, our life total is very quickly going to start getting out of control. Another Plains, we can play that out. Now, I'm going to move to combat, swing 410. They have no good blocks here. So they're just going to go ahead and take that. Again, Giada's really going to make the difference for us, since our board's going to keep getting larger and larger. And we're already well over double our opponent's life. Oh, it looks like they are running green. Alright. That's fine. Sure, okay, so they'll put 7+1/+1 counters on that angel if they swing. Alright, well this is deeply unfortunate for our opponent. Let's just go take care of Resplendent Angel. That'll go away. We can tap Giada for Sarah Paragon. I think we'll do that now. Okay, we'll swing Youthful Valkyrie with these. Let's see, them as well. I think this is correct. Our opponent is going to want to block here. They can take it all, but that's not going to be too advantageous for them. Yeah, okay, they do. Going down to 4. We'll make ourselves a 15/15 Angel. They no longer have the buff on Righteous Valkyrie. Now, we also do have Bishop of Wings, so even if our opponent can clear the board, they're actually not going to be able to get rid of at least 7 angels, or 7 spirits worth of attackers. And we've got it. Alright, here we are on the play. This actually looks like a good starting hand. We have 2 basics for Canopy Vista, so we actually don't have to worry about that coming in tapped either. Dismal Blackwater. Okay, we're gonna play out the Giada here, just because we want to start getting some value as we're playing out our Youthful Valkyries. Giving them extra +1/+1 counters to accelerate us is going to be very strong. Alright, Canopy Vista. We do have a replacement Giada as well. Let's go ahead and swing here first. Okay, so we're up against a Rogue's deck. That's fine. Our opponent knows exactly what we're doing. So let's go Youthful Valkyrie. Second Youthful Valkyrie. They're now both the same size and 3 5s. So we already have great blockers for their flying rogues. And since we know that they're on rogues, we'll have to be careful. Alright. Nighthawk Scavenger. Now, a 4-3 would normally be scary, but we have the Skyclave Apparition, so no life gain for our opponent. Let's move to combat. Bring them down to 11. And we're just going to end the turn here. This deck operates really well off having just 4 mana for Collected Company, so I'm going to hold on to Aganjo for now. We're only going to play it if we actually draw a spell that's going to need that mana to cast it. We can cast our expensive Angels tapping Giada. Alright, well. Next turn, same as the previous. We'll just hit him with the Skyclave. No Scavenger for them. We're also going to swing with the Skyclave Apparition here. Our opponent's tapped out, so they won't be blocking with the Thieves Guild Enforcer. And we do have them down at 1. Now, I think worst case scenario here, yep, we're good. Alright, here we are on the play. We can keep this, so normally we do want to see the 3 mana in our hand to cast all of our spells, but we do have Giada. Giada's going to give us access to that 3rd mana that we need. Alright, play out Giada here. And now, even if our opponent does manage to remove Giada, we do have that 3rd mana. Let's start by moving to combat. We're going to deal that 2 damage. And I think here, we do have a choice. We're going to go with the Inspiring Overseer first. Now, the reason we're picking this is we want Resplendent Angel to enter with as many +1/+1 counters as we can when we eventually get there. Okay. Move to combat. We're gonna swing out like this. Gonna play out a Speaker of the Heavens. And we'll go for the Inspiring Overseer again. This one even bigger. Drawn to a Canopy Vista. Alright. Opponent with access to all the colors they'd need for some sort of board wipe, but it seems like they're not even gonna wait to cast the Wandering Emperor at flash speed. Just gonna go ahead and exile that.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Alright. Now, do we want to play out the Sarah Paragon next? I think that could be a strong option. We're just gonna attack like this.
I'll be back.
Let's go Canopy Vista for our land. And we'll play out the Sarah Paragon. By playing Sarah Paragon, we can actually block with Speaker of the Heavens and not feel bad about it. Okay, Wandering Emperor, probably gonna hit Inspiring Overseer.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Again, it's almost always gonna be better for our opponent to use the Wandering Emperor at its flash speed. But that's okay. Just gonna swing like this.
I guess that's it then.
And here's a Resplendent Angel. So this alone is going to be 7 damage with lifelink next turn. Our opponent's going to have to deal with at least 2 of our biggest creatures. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and move to combat. We're going to swing like this. Now, the reason we're attacking with Giada here is our opponent cannot block the Giada. Yep. And there we go. 7 damage.
I won't let this be over.
Oh, that's right. They did have the life gain still. Well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and activate our Speaker of the Heavens. Opponent needs a board wipe. And we've got it. Alright, opponent goes first. This looks like a great starting hand to keep, so we will in fact keep it. We've got 2 planes leading into a Canopy Vista, Speaker of the Heavens, as our turn 1 play. Now, we might be playing up against a mono-green deck. We'd be more than happy to trade Speaker of the Heavens with the Llanowar Elves if that's the case. So I'm just going to go ahead and play out another land, and we're going to move to combat. Let's see. They don't accept the trade, so that's just free life for us. Okay. Well, we'll accept the trade. That's fine. Okay, let's go Canopy Vista. And we're gonna play out a Righteous Valkyrie here. Next turn, we have Sarah Paragon. Gain some life. Sarah Paragon is going to let us replay that Speaker of the Heavens that we lost, which is going to be very powerful for us. Llanowar Elves. Alright, well, let's go Valkyrie. Speaker. Play out another Canopy Vista. Okay. Opponent's down at 8. And we've got it, alright. Okay, well, this looks like a pretty good starting hand. Opponent goes first, which I'm fine with. Now, this is one of those scenarios where since we don't have the turn 1 play, it might be best to play the tapped Canopy Vista turn 1. But let's see. Yep, we didn't draw a turn 1 play, so we're going to start with the tapped Canopy Vista. Even though we have the 2 basic lands to turn it on line. Okay, Voice of Resurgence, that's fine. Let's go Bishop of Wings. They're not going to be getting too much value out of this Voice of Resurgence, since we can pretty much function entirely at sorcery speed. Alright. Let's go with our Forest. I'm going to play out Skyclave here. I'm going to hit Voice of Resurgence. Notably, Voice of Resurgence did not die there. It was exiled, so they do not get their token. Next turn, I think we're going to go for the Sigarda. It's just going to give us more options. So let's go for Sigarda here. Looks good. No need to attack. And now we can play Angels off the top of our library. Also, since we have Collected Company, we'll know what Angel we have on the top of our library, which can be really strong for getting that out onto the battlefield and making sure we actually don't miss. We can also use Collected Company as a shuffling tool, so if we end up getting flooded with lands, could be very powerful. Now we are going to keep gaining life and drawing some cards, being able to get those additional pieces of value off our Angels on the top of the battlefield. So let's see what we've got. I think here, the plan is going to be to hold up Collected Company. So we're going to play out our land, and I'm going to play out the Speaker of the Heavens. We'll move to combat, and I'm going to swing for 4 here. Let's see, they can remove this if they have their channel land. They do have a legendary creature. Okay, so those are gonna trade. Let's just cast this now. I think I'm gonna go for Bishop of Wings, because that's gonna give us another Angel when that dies. And we'll go Youthful Valkyrie, so we can gain some extra life. Perfect. Yep, so there are our 2 Angels. And they do make their first Elemental. Or these 1/1 Spirits are going to be a great blocker for their 7/7 no trample creature. Resplendent Angels are going to start being seriously problematic for our opponent. Sure. Prowess on the Mentor. I actually do want to preserve my high life total, so we will be blocking with one of these spirits. This is going to let us keep Speaker of the Heavens online, making even more Angels each turn, which is going to give us a guaranteed extra blocker. Now, unfortunately, we can't see what's on top of our library, so we are just going to go for the Resplendent Angel here and get that guaranteed extra angel. Alright. Let's go ahead and activate this ability. We'll gain even more life. Right, and then combat. Opponent doesn't have anything with reach, so we're going to go ahead and swing. Opponent's down at 16, we're at 48. Soon to be higher. I imagine this discrepancy is going to pay off for us eventually. Once we get our second Resplendent Angel out, we're going to be sitting in a fantastic position. Okay, that's fine. Okay, opponent swings out this turn with only one available mana, so we'll block there like this, block here, and there. That makes sense. The non-vigilance angel is going to go ahead and block him. One with vigilance will block there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and block that as well. Actually, I think instead we're just going to trade our Vigilance Angel for the Monastery Mentor. I think that's going to be much better value for us, and then we can block like this and kill that. And then we'll take 6 damage, that's fine. Okay, sure. I mean, that's fine. We'll replace any angels they kill with the Spirit tokens. And let's just go ahead and play out another Resplendent Angel. Yeah, we've got it. Alright, on the play. Now this is a little bit of a risky starting hand, but I'm actually going to go ahead and keep it. We're going to start with our tapped Canopy Vista. Alright, opponent is on some form of red deck. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and play out the Thicket here. And we're gonna double down on the Speakers of the Heavens. Okay, so this is a Rakdos deck. This could be a Rakdos Vampires deck. Blood Tithe Harvester? Yeah, I do kind of like this, so we want to be on the lookout for Vampire's Vengeance. The fact that our opponent isn't attacking there could tell us something. No need to attack. Now, they could play the land. Vampire's Vengeance will get rid of Speaker of the Heavens. We have to remember that that's an instant, so if they attack with just the Blood Tithe Harvester and leave all their mana up... Okay, that's fine. Looking good. Alright, now what do we want to do here? I think we're going to play out the Youthful Valkyrie. No need to attack. We're just going to save those Speaker of the Heavens until we need them. Okay, looks like they're going to filter with the Blood token. Oh, nice. That is fun, so we do have to be on the lookout for Madness spells now. Alright, well, we do have enough mana to cast out all of our angels. So let's go ahead and do that. Put that +1/+1 counter on the Valkyrie. So now Valkyrie is outside of the range of Fiery Temper. Yep, we do lose Resplendent Angel here. That's fine. It would have been nice to keep it. But as it stands, we have an attacker that cannot be blocked, so we do have our opponent on a clock. The Valkyrie is going to keep on growing. Let's go ahead and swing it. Deal our 2 damage, pass the turn. Alright, Mayhem Devil. Interesting choice. We have Collected Company. I think we swing out here. Yep, they can double block, that's fine. Now, I'm going to cast Collected Company now. The reason I was going to do that is if we did hit another Resplendent Angel, we had already gained 2 life. There was potential for us to gain more off our draw. And if we could get that additional Angel token, that would be very strong. Sure. Inspiring Overseer, Speaker of the Heavens, yep. That's fine. Next turn we're gonna have Sigarda. Fatal Push as well. Alright. Let's go ahead, cast the Sigarda. Alright, looks good. We're gonna draw into a Collected Company, which is gonna be great for us. Now this might be another example of a time we use Collected Company main phase. Notably, we have access to 7 mana if there's a land underneath this. And we keep Sigarda, of course, that's also important. Then it might be worth it. Sure. So let's see what we've got. Nope. Alright, so we're just gonna go Inspiring Overseer, draw that card. Now, we know Bishop of Wings is on top, so we can actually get that with Collected Company. I'm just going to swing with Sigarda, deal that damage, get our opponent down to 10. We're going to end the turn right here. I have no issue using Collected Company at the end of our opponent's turn. Going to lose some life since they have an artifact. Enter the battlefield. That's fine. Okay. That's going to be a decent amount of life loss. Unfortunately for our opponent, our deck is really good at gaining life back. Okay, looking good. Okay, Collected Company. Alright, well, Bishop of Wings, Resplendent Angel is going to be the way to go. Plus, now having Hexproof because of the Sigarda is really strong. Let's go ahead and cast Sarah Paragon off the top. Gaining a bunch of life. And we've got it, alright. Okay everyone, I hope you enjoyed. As we saw, the Angels deck is a very powerful aggro deck. Not only are we able to stabilize against a lot of our opponents with the vast amounts of life gain that we have, but additionally, we are creating such large angels with Giada, or so many angels over time, that we're actually going to be dealing insane amounts of damage to our opponent. Collected Company is a fantastic card in the deck. I wouldn't recommend playing an Angels deck without that splash of green for that particular card. And we even have some Graveyard Recursion and the ability to cast Angels off the top of our deck to give us further gas as we do empty our hand fairly quickly. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you have any ideas for another deck you'd like to see me make, why don't you let me know in a comment down below. I'll see you all next time.